We're gonna do an oil change on this car. This car gets an oil change about 1,500 miles with some liquid moly. And Cameron just really likes to do that because it really maintains the car and keeps it safe, especially with the E85 and everything. And just really being able to beat on it and have fun with it and not really worry about anything going bad. It's kind of one of those better safe than sorry things. Now, as far as changing oil, you don't have to do it every 1,500 miles. I do it 3,000 myself. Some people push it to 5,000 with full synthetic on newer cars. That should be fine for everyday driving. It is a supercharged car with everything done to it, and it runs E85, which does gum up the injectors. So it does need things changed and maintained more frequently than another car. And another reason for changing it at 1,500 miles versus say 3,000 or 5,000 is because the additives in the oil break down and cause the engine to heat up more than it normally would. It's just increased wear on the engine when you don't have the additives in certain oils. So that's just one of the things that this car gets just to keep it running and not blow up. We also have to take off the oil filter, which is in this housing, so you need a special tool to take that off. And this is just how a lot of Toyota products and the Lexus IS is. It's going to be tough because we don't have it very far off the ground. This would be a lot easier on the lift. Let's see if we can. This can start draining. So you'll see it come out of this bottom area. And now we can just ratchet it right off. There it goes. Now we got some dual draining action going on. So this whole housing will actually come off. It's kind of like a pool filter inside. It's like, I guess they call it a cartridge. And you can take it all off and the oil will all come out at once. The filter may or may not fall in. I like to just kind of let it drain like this, because then when you take it off, it's not as messy. It doesn't splash everywhere. And now we're going to take this off. And there's still a bunch in there, but all coming out. And this is the filter we're going to be replacing. So what we could do is take this off, clean it up with some brake clean or carb cleaner, whatever. Just clean it up, kind of get that old oil out of there and put some new stuff. I just like to start fresh with it and not leave any old residue. Okay, so we're going to be using liquid moly 5W40. This is a high performance motor oil. I also like AMSOIL, but this is what Cam wants to run, and that's what we're going to be doing. So this is still pretty hot, but we will try to take this filter out. Just going to turn it out. And you can see it's pretty dirty after only 1,500 miles. It's the same design as this. So this is how it looked before. And now look at it. I believe these are both K&Ns. So we're going to be using the K&N HP7018. I used a similar version for this for my IS350 when I had it. And I think my Tacoma took something similar. But what you want to do is just spray that. Clean it up. Do that quick, just kind of like get the old stuff out, even though, you know, it's all oil, it's fine. But get some of the dirty stuff out and put some new stuff. Then you just get the flathead under there, and then you can pull it off because it gets brittle. You could probably only have to really do that like every 2 oil changes, especially when you're doing a low interval like this. Once it's on, just make sure it's all lined up. And there we go. We'll take the new filter, pop it in. Make sure it's seated, and we give it a little twist. Now that all the oil is drained and this is ready, we can put this back on, put the oil drain plug back in, and fill it all up. Here you can kind of see the old oil and how it's already pretty dirty. It's just kind of what happens with a higher performance car. So it's almost time to fill up the oil here in the engine. And we're going to be using this from my friend Freddie. He runs 4Man Mods. He has a company called Fred Tech, and he makes these 3D printed oil funnels that are threaded. So this one has the F logo on it, and it goes right in here. So we'll have the website down below if you want to grab one of these. It threads right in, nice and tight, and now we can put in oil without worrying about the oil leaking everywhere. So all 9.8 ports are in here. So now the next thing is to get it off jack stands, run it, check the dipstick level on a level surface, and if it looks good, then we're good to go. So now the oil change is pretty much done. Some other maintenance on this car that some people have asked about, you know, with a supercharged car, what's the maintenance you have to do? Obviously oil change, that's normal for every car. With this, it has the RR Racing air oil separator, so you do have to check that here and there to see any recirculating oil that might build up, and you can empty that. This is the Rotrex traction oil, or the supercharger fluid, and you do want to check that here and there. It has a dipstick on the lid. There's a procedure for doing that, but we're not going to do that right now. You'll remember my supercharged Lexus IS350. This is such a better spot just because of how the V8 is set up with these kits. The V6, I had it pretty much way down there. I had to reach in. It was kind of tough to get to. Some other maintenance, of course, would be the injectors. So with E85, if you're going to run that, which is a little safer than just running 93, the injectors can get gummed up. You'll want to run a fuel cleaner or in like a additive that you put in the tank, such as BG44K, and that's going to help clean out a lot of the fuel system and keep the car running smoothly. So this car with the frequent oil changes plus those gas tank additives runs really good, and we notice a difference if we don't run that. So I guess that's saying something. I mean, this is like any other ISF. You want to check the coolant, valley plate, all that stuff. That's normal. You'll definitely want to check the supercharger belt. This can get worn, and obviously you don't want that to snap, because then no more boost. Any kinds of cracks or air leaks in this, or boost leaks in this carbon fiber, you know, want to make sure these are tight because they do move around. And that's really it, on top of the regular maintenance like oil changes. So even with these high level of modifications, those are really the only maintenance items other than like brakes and tires, because you're going to be going through those a lot more than a normal ISF with this kind of power. Yeah, you just really want to change your fluids often and make sure everything looks good so that you can have fun with the car. Turn it off. We can see it's like right around there. Maybe you can't see it on camera. And you can also see it here. So it's like, it's just under the top bubble here. It's just under the top mark. Safe spot. It's always a little tricky getting out of here. So if you want to reset the oil maintenance light, you turn it on without turning the car on. So foot off the brake and hold that while you turn it on. Push the on button and the odometer will flash, and that resets the maintenance light. For this car, it's not really going to matter because we do 1,500 miles. But if you've enjoyed this video, you've enjoyed this oil change, you're just hanging out here at the shop, give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I want to say thank you for watching, and keep those wheels turning.